Shannon, what's your biggest takeaway from that Vikings win?
Skip, the Vikings has some issues. I see some things that's very concerning to me. They're 9-2. That's kudos. I think with 2 more wins, I think they're a 5-game lead over everybody in their division. I don't see anybody catching them for the division. So now they're just trying to get that number 1 overall seed, secure home field throughout the playoffs, get that first round bye, get some guys healthy. Skip, their defense is now ranked 31st. That's why it's a defensive unit. Pass defense is dead last. A 9-2 team has a +5 point differential. For perspective, the Bills are +110, Chiefs +67, Eagles +80, the Cowboys +82. Hell, even the Jags have a higher plus than what the Vikings have. Skip, this game came down to you got a 97-yard kick return for the Vikes. You got the punter pinned them inside the 20-yard line 3 times, and they ran into the kick punter, and the drive ended up resulting in a touchdown. And Hunter Henry, people, try to explain this to you. Coach Belichick last night, he was very alarmed. He said, hey, why don't you get your reporters, get your pool guy, and go ask the official. If you catch the ball, yes, the ball broke the plane, but he was not a runner. So it's like if I'm on the goal line and I put the ball over, that's a touchdown.
Yep.
If I'm in the field and I put the ball over trying to get a first down and they slap it out of my hands, that's a fumble.
Yep.
Now, once he goes to the ground, it's the Dez Bryant rule.
Yep.
He went to the ground. He must maintain possession of the football throughout the entirety of the act.
And he did not.
He did not. It's textbook Dez.
Yep.
They can't explain it any better. So stop saying he broke the plane. Stop saying that's a catch. Understand the rules. Once he went to the ground, he must maintain possession throughout the entirety of that. So now, they dodged the bullet on that one. Skip, it's concerning because I believe all the teams that's going to be in the playoffs can do what? They can move the ball. Dallas already did a number on you. Tampa can do a number on you. Skip, that's concerning for me, Skip. That's really give Kirk credit. He threw a horrible interception. Had the guy wide open. He overshot it by 4 feet.
By the way, do we have that? Can we show it quickly since you brought it up?
It was a horrible interception, Skip. He had it wide open.
I think we have it in the first half, first quarter. Kirk? Whoops.
He just airmailed it.
Yep.
Just airmailed it.
Off his back foot falling backward.
Yeah, but you see the guy. Hey, you see what happened, Skip? The guy was down at his feet. He didn't want to sit that foot. He's like,
I'm getting out of here. I'm backing out.
Ball sailed on him.
Yep.
But Skip, this kid said early in the year, he said, right now Devontae Adams is the best receiver in football. But when we end 2022, I'm going to be the best. He's not disappointed. Skip, he's on a different, he's playing out of his mind. You throw it in his vicinity, he's coming down with it. 2 guys on him, 3 guys on him. You hit him, he hit the dirt. It doesn't matter. He's coming down with that ball.
He's fearless to me. He does not mind contact.
No.
He'll catch it in high traffic, heavy traffic.
Last night, Skip, with 139 yards, he broke the record. He has now over 4,200 yards.
Yeah. By the way, we're talking about Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
He passed Randy Moss and Odell for the most yards in his first 3 seasons. Skip, he has 6 games to go. He's about to put this thing over 5,000 yards, and it might not. That means somebody's going to have to average 1,600 to 1,700 yards their first 3 seasons to pass what this guy's doing.
All right.
That's the plus. But Skip, their defense will get you one and done.
Okay. All right.
And that was my Super Bowl pick.
Vikings. No,
Viking.
No. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
That was my original Super Bowl pick.
You've repicked now the Ravens.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I picked the Ravens. I don't know who I got. Who I got on the
49ers.
49ers. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. I have a very different takeaway than you had off last night. Even going into the Vikings game, I dismissed them as fraudulent.
Okay.
I have little to no respect for Kirk Cousins. I guess I have some respect because every once in a while he gets on a roll and makes some good throws, and he ended up making some good throws last night.
He was 30 or 37 last night.
Okay, I got it. But my team went in there and did a number and turned him back into Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah.
My team is now 9-2 against Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott is now 5-1 against Kirk Cousins.
You want to tell people what Dak did to that defense?
Did what?
You want to tell people at home what Dak did to that defense last week? In that
Last week, yes.
He was 22 of 25.
Okay, 22 of 25.
Mac Jones just went 28 of 39 for 382.
Okay. Here's my other issue, though. I look up with 9 minutes left in the game, and Kirk Cousins and company have scored 33 on Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
That's just wrong to me. And the other thing I thought I'd never see in the same confines of the same game, I never thought I would see a Bill Belichick special teams unit run into the kicker and then allow a kickoff return for a touchdown. It just doesn't happen.
And I sure hate to be in that meeting.
That is correct. He is very good at coaching the totality of the football team because they don't do those kinds of things.
Special teams is Skip. He's a big special teams guy.
So I watched my defense do such a number on Kirk Cousins that he was 1 of 11 on third down. 1 of 11 on third down just 4 days back.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden last night he goes 8 of 15 on third down against Bill Belichick's defense.
Right.
Well, something is amiss there. I watched my team control the football, and it was, 37 minutes to 23 minutes. And then last night I see Kirk Cousins controls the ball for 36 minutes to 24 minutes against Belichick.
Yes.
So something is amiss because all of a sudden I look up, and at the end of the night, the New England Patriots have fallen into the AFC East cellar.
Yeah.
They are now in the cellar, not by much, but they have fallen in the cellar at 6-5, and they have now fallen out of the playoffs if they started tomorrow, right? So 6-5, and I still say, it's been my theme song on this show from the start, that New England was 75% Brady, the dynasty, over Belichick. And I still say that in some ways Belichick is getting exposed as the head coach without a Brady in New England. Because it's just not good enough. And it was the juxtaposition, the dynamic, shocking juxtaposition from Sunday to Thursday. What Dallas did and New England couldn't do was, wait a second, maybe the Pats are frauds.
No, the Cowboys are the Cowboys are a better overall team. I tell you what, if Bill Belichick was the coach of the Cowboys, they would be the overwhelming favorite for the Super Bowl. Overwhelming. It wouldn't even be close. You'd have to spend $2,000 to win $100 if Coach Belichick was the coach of the Cowboys.
Yeah, but you'd still need Kellen Moore to be your Josh McDaniels. You'd still, because I still don't believe Belichick and Coach Pencil can run the offense, although they're going up and down the field on the Vikings because the Vikings aren't very good on defense.
And that's my concern.
And Dak went 22 of 25 because they're not very good. He was great, but they're not very good.
Yeah, and we agree. You and I, we can agree on this. Dak is a good quarterback. He ain't 22 or 25.
No, he's not, because he's never been that. That was his career day.
And Mac Jones got a career high. Skip, the man was 28 or 29 for 382.
And I got to admit, he looked pretty good on occasions. Okay, so let me just show you quickly. Kirk Cousins' 3 touchdown passes. He looked pretty good, but this is Bill Belichick's defense. Vaunted, supposedly. These are Kirk Cousins' 3 touchdown passes.
They're in the zone here. There's a shallow cross.
You got a big hit. Yeah, and he throws it into traffic, but it doesn't matter.
This is a tight end slide, what we call a slide.
It's Hawkinson, Okay, Hawkinson gets that one. And this was a nice play by Kirk. He's under a little duress, but he flips it.
He does a great job because he's looking at Jefferson running the same route on the opposite side. Look how he stares at Jefferson.
He did.
Moves the safety just enough.
That's the first one.
That's the first touchdown. This is what we call a tight end. This is a tiger slide, what we would call it.
Pretty sweet. I mean, Kirk can do those things.
But watch, he looks at Jefferson, and now he comes back, boom.
He sort of threw it across his own body to Thielen, and that's the deal closer right there. That's 9 minutes left. All of a sudden, you've got 33 points, and it's 33 to 26. Okay, and the Hunter Henry play, you can go all back and forth all day about it, but in the end, they lost. And they gave up 33 with 9 minutes to go.
Well, you should feel good. You should feel vindicated now, because you're not the only one that you thought was a catch, had to take a touchdown and take it away.
The difference was that Dez ran with the ball for 2 strides, and all that control it to the ground is over with Dez, because he's running with the ball, so he doesn't need to control it to the ground because he's initiating his descent. He's going to the ground because he put it in his left hand because he's left-handed, and he's going to slam it on the goal line the way a running back would.
They believe that he did not have control. He's trying to gain control. He's trying to gain his balance.
He had total control, so it's not the same. But I get it. By the letter of the law, that was not a catch
That
last
was not
night.
a catch.
Okay, I got
Upon
it.
further review, the receiver did not maintain possession throughout the entirety of the catch.
Okay.
Therefore, it is incomplete. And you turned the table over your house when you heard that.
Yeah, well, I'll go to my
Up
grave
next
saying
for the
Des
Vikings,
Potter.
gentlemen.
Des Potter
You ain't gotta
ran
go-
with
The
it.
Zach Wilson-less
Make peace
Jets
with it.
and Mike White come calling. We got to leave this one here and go.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.